Hello everyone. Today we'll talk about internet marketing. Our lecture number 10 is dedicated to internet marketing. Internet marketing actually name it differently in different contexts, and depending on the context it may vary. You may hear such term as e-marketing or online marketing or sometimes even digital marketing, and each of them quite differ from each other, but conceptually, in general, they mean the same thing. We will learn mostly SEO, which is search engine optimization, which is the main component of internet marketing. And today we'll cover such topics as website evaluation, objectives that we should set in internet marketing, our segmentation and audience. We'll talk about traffic building plan, and we learn how to improve our website's rating in search engines. So let's start. Before I start to talk about this topic, about internet marketing, about SEO, I want to improve your intrinsic motivation by showing what's the salary for SEO managers in local and global market. First, you can see the screenshot from rabota.uz website, which is the website for headhunting. You can see what jobs are available in local market in Uzbekistan. I tried to search for SEO, and here's what I found. As you can see, you can earn 3 million sums or more than 3 million sums by becoming SEO manager, SEO optimizer, and that's the price for local market, which is around $300. And that's the situation in global market. As you can see, SEO managers globally earning $90,000 per year. So annually, that means almost $10,000 per month. So this is the job position in California. So the statistics is mostly about the United States, and the website is Glassdoor. So learn the necessary skills, become the SEO manager, and earn a lot of money. Let's start to learn it. In SEO, in an internet marketing, what you do first of all, if you have a website, first of all, you evaluate your website. You see the situation, how good or bad is your website compared to your competitors. So in website evaluation, first concept we pay attention to is SEO. Which is mainly paying attention to the usage of keywords in title, meta, and heading of the website. I have provided a screenshot from Google Analytics. It is written in Russian, but mainly what it says is, and as an example, I'm taking the website of Bayer.uz. So Bayer.uz is local company that sells furniture. Bayer.uz has 248 viewers. There are 300 sessions. So if you are one user, you may enter website, you may leave website, and you may enter, leave. So each entering and leaving is considered as one session. And here's some concept which is called bounce rate. So bounce rate of Bayer.uz, as you can see, is 62%, which means quite high. Quite many users just entering Bayer.uz and leaving. That means situation is bad for Bayer.uz. And we have the duration of session, which is 2 minutes 30 seconds. So 2 minutes is quite good for the website visitor, a user entering the Bayer.uz, looking for furniture, and leaving the website in 2 minutes. So let's go to that website in order to identify how good is this website. So this is the Bayer.uz. As you can see, they provide some furniture. If you click to some categories, you can see the category of the products. Different products is given right over here, and their sizes, their prices are also provided. For the SEO of the Bayer.uz, since the company is in Uzbekistan, we have Uzbek and Russian language, and for the businesses, they prefer more Russian language, so that both Russians and Uzbeks could understand the business objectives. Right over here we have the translation of furniture, which is mebel in Russian. So this word, and furniture, office furniture, or furniture for home, furniture for kitchen, should be used in the title, in the meta and heading tags of buyer.us. Since the bounce rate, so the bounce rate actually used in web traffic analysis, and it represents the percentage of visitors who enter the site and then leave rather than continuing to view other pages of the site. So since the bounce rate is high, maybe this buyer.us is not using these keywords very well in the title, meta and heading. How exactly should be title, meta and heading? In the title of your website, preferably you should include your brand name, buyer.us. So in the title, as you can see, there is no mentioning of the name of the brand, buyer.us, in case of buyer.us. So that's the first mistake. And in the title of your website, it's preferably to have business target keyword. In our case, buyer.us target keyword is furniture, which is mebel, and you can see that word. That's good. They're following this rule. And in your meta tag. So meta tag is when you're declaring your website, when you're developing your website, you have meta tag. So in the meta tag, you should follow these rules. Your meta tag should be to the point. Your aim should be included in meta tag, and it should contain 70 characters, no more. It should explain business nature. Our business nature for now for buyer.us is selling furniture, and it should include products offered. In our case, buyer.us offers products for kitchen, for home, for office. And your meta tag should raise the interest to visit the website. Go to buyer.us, buy our furniture is the words that raise the interests, or just a unique furniture, the cheapest and furniture with high quality is the words that raises interest of the user. And your headings, as you can see, heading of buyer.us is used pretty good, and that's why in Google search we can see catalogs, we can see the categories of the website. So let's see how it's done in the case of buyer.us. What we do is we simply just try to Google the brand name in Google search engine. So some explanation, some title of the website. If I go to this website and try to identify how they are using their meta tags in their head tag, I can see that they have some meta content right over here. So they have meta tag, they have keywords, office name mebel в Tashkent, which is office furniture in Tashkent. So they are using keywords, they are using some of the description as it's indicated in the presentation slides. So let's move on. So SEO consists of simply title, meta, and headings? No, not only. No, SEO doesn't contain only title, meta, and headings. SEO is about something more. So in SEO, another rule would be to use more text, give more explanation to customers. What is your product, what it does, how it's unique from other products, and why clients should buy exactly this product. And the images that you are using in your website should have alt tag. So if you have alt, which stands for alternative, then people with disabilities who use screen readers will be able to understand the images. So what this image illustrates, it illustrates sofa, so how your sofa looks, its color, etc. And plus to this, search engine will understand, this website using alt tag, that means this website will be ranked higher. And SEO is about backlinks. Backlink is about page authority. So think about this as your friends. So buyer.us, how many friends does buyer.us have? So if gazeta.us, if facebook.com, other websites are linking to buyer.us, that means buyer.us has just a high authority. And SEO is about broken links. So you shouldn't have any broken links in your website. If you have a lot of broken links in your website, be sure that your website will be ranked very, very low in the search engine. There are some online tools to identify how many broken links you have in your website. For example, you may include some of the product in one URL, and sometime later you can delete that URL because you placed that product into another URL in your website. So use some online tools in order to identify how many broken links you have in your website and try to delete them, try to fix this problem so that your website will be ranked higher in the search engine. And SEO is about having readable URLs. URL should be human readable. Let's take example of this screenshot. As you can see here, we have buyer.us/component and then something like JShopping and then product, view, some numbers. As you can see, already not clear. It's better to have readable URLs. The example for readable URLs that I like a lot comes from a website called repost.us, quite popular one. Maybe you also know this website, so let's check their URLs. So they have a lot of news. The repost is actually about placing news, hot, actual news in Uzbekistan, in worldwide, and they have quite funny URLs. In this case, it's just repost Lukoil1, readable URL. Or let's see another example, the first case. So you can see I opened some news which is about Ministry of Justice, and the URL is repost.us освободят от работы. So it's about leaving your work in the time of vacation. So let's open another URL. Let's say about cars, about roads. So you can see the URL is repost.us/долго ждали, which is about we have waited for a long time. So as you can see, repost is following this rule perfectly. They are having not only readable URLs, they are having funny URLs that attracts clients, attracts visitors. And then another thing is about XML sitemap. Sitemap, when you have full description of full list of all the links you have in your website. In our case, buyer.us, let's say, have overall 100 pages. In XML sitemap, you can include all that links in one web page. So we have finished SEO part of website evaluation. Website evaluation also includes usability. When I say usability is related both to desktop, tablet, and mobile phones. So in any platform, your website should look usable, should look good. As you can see, I provided two screenshots. On the left side, you can see the screenshot of buyer.us website, how it appears in the mobile phone. And on the right side, you can see the screenshot by Amazon.com. If we compare these two websites, as you can see, definitely Amazon is more usable. Buttons are clear, it's easy to click, big enough. And then we have some description, text is shown perfectly, and then you can scroll the product images. In the case of buyer.us, image is not located perfectly, so website is more or less responsive. However, when it comes to button is almost not visible at all. So they should fix this problem, they should make it more usable. So another part of website evaluation is about performance. I used a website called seoptimer.com, which is about optimizing your SEO. So in performance, Buyer.us reached B minus score, which is not good, which is not A. And the reason is the following: server response takes almost 1 second, so it's not responding immediately, and the content is loaded almost in 8 seconds. So just imagine user waiting for 8 seconds to load the content, and the script is loaded almost in 12 seconds. So we have some JavaScript, some code, it's taking 12 seconds to load. So if we combine all these seconds, imagine just user sitting and waiting for the website, which will be discouraged to use the website. Definitely Buyer.us should think about these statistics and should try to improve its performance by optimizing these components. Another component, another part of website evaluation is about going social. How social is the website? Social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and others, how well they are integrated to the website. As you can see, Facebook page of Buyer.us is connected to the website. However, some tags of Facebook and some other functionalities are not integrated. So X. In Uzbekistan, maybe Twitter is not popular. However, worldwide, people definitely are using Twitter. So it's just a fault of Buyer.us. So as you can see, for Twitter activity, we have X. Buyer.us definitely has some page in Twitter, so it's connected to the website. However, they can show their activities, their latest posts in the Twitter page, and they can include these plugin to Buyer.us so that people do not have to go to Twitter in order to identify the latest activities. That's why Buyer.us overall reached D minus score. So definitely Buyer should think about social integration. Another part of website evaluation, security, the most important. Buyer.us overall reached A plus for security, as Buyer.us enabled SSL, that's secure website, enabled HTTPS redirect, and for malware check, Buyer.us passed the test, no problem, no malware identified in the website. However, there is still room for improvement. Email privacy. Some email addresses are shown in the website. Instead of showing the email addresses for Buyer.us, it's better to have some contact us form so that user himself or herself will enter their personal data and Buyer.us can contact with that clients. If you publicly show the website, if you publicly show the email, hackers may get that email and start to send some spam, some phishing, and then that email becomes vulnerable. So Buyer.us should also think about security as well. The next part of internet marketing, so just we finished with the first part, which is website evaluation. The second part of internet marketing is about objectives. How important are objectives? Let me provide some quote from Alice in Wonderland, which is very famous. So there was such episode when Alice asked the cat, which way should I go? And the cat's response was, well, that depends on where you are going. And Alice's answer was, well, I don't know. And the cat says, then it doesn't matter which way you go. So before we start some journey, it's better for us to identify, to determine the objective, to determine the destination. That would be my destination. In internet marketing, we cannot say, I will do that, I will do this, and I will do this without having any objective, without having any aim. So the first step should be to identify the objective after we evaluated the website. You may try to answer such questions as, why do you want to go online? What are your objectives and what advantages do you expect as a business? If you identify where you are going, so if you identify your objectives, you can then decide how to get there, which will be your strategy. So in internet marketing, most of the time, just generally, you will have the opportunity, you will have 5 options. So this is about 5 objectives. So the first objective is sell, then we have serve, speak, save, and then sizzle. You can choose only one objective, or you may choose 5 of them. Again, that depends on your aim. So let's see each of these one by one. First objective, which is sell. In this sell objective, you want to have a benefit of growing sales and how you can deliver this benefit. Let's say you have offline store, just a physical store. However, you're not satisfied with the sales. That's why you want to improve online sales in your website. In our case, Buyer.us has store for furniture. They sell. However, they want to improve their sales in physical store. Then they can choose sell objective. Another objective is serve, and that's when you want to add some value. What I mean by this? When customers enter your website, they will have some additional benefit. Benefit in the form of discount, in the form of some additional gifts when they enter your website, and that's about serve objective. Another objective is speak, is when you want to be closer to your customers. In this situation, you may use some email communication, or you may use the help of influencers. So influencers nowadays are familiar with the term bloggers or vloggers, so that bloggers can introduce your product in their YouTube channel. In the case of Buyer.us, maybe some of the famous bloggers in Uzbekistan can advertise furniture of Buyer.us. Hey guys, I bought this sofa, it's super cool, it's super comfortable, please buy it. So as a result of this advertisement, sales of furniture of Buyer.us may increase. So that famous blogger advertised, I want also to acquire, to buy such cool sofa. And the result would be the following. If you use email communication, you can contact some of your clients by email, offering some discount, etc. Or you may ask them to write some review about the product they purchased. They like it or they didn't like, what exactly they like, and would they like to recommend this product in your website. So in this way, you are becoming closer to your customers with speak objective. Another objective called save is when you want to save costs by going online. How I can do that? The simplest way is when you don't want to waste money as a business, you don't want to waste money for printing. You don't print, you don't pay thousands of dollars for papers. Instead, you just put advertisement in your website or in very popular websites. So in this case, you don't have to use some printing services, papers, etc. And in this way, you're just saving your costs. And it can be in many different ways as well. But your overall objective is to save costs. And the last objective is called sizzle, is when you want to extend your brand online. It is quite similar to speak objective. However, the difference between speak and sizzle is that in sizzle you want to build very new appearance of your brand, but you still try to stay familiar and still you're trying to stick to your strategy. How it looks? Let's say Buyer.us introduced very new furniture which you cannot buy from anywhere else, and this furniture is offered in the favorable price for only loyal customers. And loyal customers, if they enter the website, since they have already bought something, they get some discount, they get some free delivery and other online services that is available for them. The next step in internet marketing, after we have identified our objective, is about segmentation. So in simple words, it's about our clients. It's about our e-audience, online audience. Professors such as Chaffee and Smith suggest that It's good to practice to find answer to the following questions to identify your online audience. First of all, as a business, ask yourself, who are they? So their demographics, where they live, and their psychographics, what they do, what they prefer to do, and their behavioral aspects. So they are very patient clients, or maybe they get distracted from even little things. So try to identify their behavior. And the second question is, what do they want? Their needs. Why do they buy, or why they don't buy? So try to answer such questions. And how do they buy? They buy online, or maybe they prefer to buy offline from physical stores, or maybe they prefer mixed models when they order online, but they go to the physical store to check, to ensure that the furniture is exactly in the same appearance as it's indicated in the website. And when do they buy? Maybe they buy at the end of the month, when they get their salary. Maybe they buy only once a year. So how did they find us or our competitors? With the help of Facebook? With the help of friend suggestion? How exactly they find us? So after you find answer to such questions, you already know your clients. And now it's time for traffic building plan. In traffic building plan, you try to identify how to build the traffic, how to find clients and make them to visit your website, to buy your products. Here I provided example from adwords.google.com. AdWords is just Google's online tool that helps you to build your advertisements. And as you can see here, some of the popular terms for furniture search is provided, and the keywords right over here is provided in Russian, but simply they mean kitchen, sofa, shelf, office furniture, etc. Right over here you can see the popularity of search terms. Kitchen is just one of the most popular. 550,000 people searched this term. And the least one is office furniture, so 13,800 people searched with these terms, etc. So these numbers can be used to get an idea of how much monthly traffic businesses can expect on average from a keyword if it's added to the campaign, to the marketing campaign. So you try to find the most used keywords so that your marketing campaigns will be successful. And Google Trends showing from where exactly your traffic is coming. As you can see, in 100% cases, your users are coming from Tashkent province, and other provinces are earning less. The qualifiers is used during identification of key phrases to be targeted in the search engine optimization include comparison or quality, so you can compare furniture seller, or you can use some adjectives including prices and product qualifiers. So is your furniture cheap, or buyer needs some consultancy, etc. And intended use, in our case it would be high durability furniture. And product type, is that for home or is that for office? And of course, brand name. In our case, it's from the furniture selling company, buyer. And location. In our case, clients in most cases will search like furniture Tashkent, or in Russian, Mebel Tashkent. So these keywords is assessed by its relevance to buyer.uz business, number of searches per month, cost, and acceptance. So in traffic building plan, of course, you should find some keywords, and you should assess the keywords by following criteria. So here we have keyword, and we will identify how relevant is this keyword, and number of searches for that keyword, cost of that keyword. So cost means how much should I pay so the search engine will show me higher in the position in search engine results. Competition, so competition for this keyword, high or low. And at the end, of course, will I accept this keyword for my marketing campaign or not? And in the last column, I provide a screenshot from Keyword Everywhere extension that identifies some of the statistics for the chosen keyword. I started from the word möbel, which means furniture. It is highly relevant. In the last slide, we have seen möbel earns a lot of searches, almost 550,000, and its cost is low. It's shown CPC, which is cost per click. So it will cost me around 1 cent. And the competition is low. Not all businesses are targeted in this keyword. And for sure, I will accept this keyword for my marketing campaign, online marketing campaign. The next keyword, cheap furniture, of course, it is relevant. Of course, a lot of people are searching for this keyword, and the cost is medium. Why? Because as Keyword Everywhere extension shows, cost per click for cheap furniture is medium, so it's higher than 1 cent. Cost per click would be $1.58, and then competition is high. In previous case, I had almost 0.1 competitors, just almost no competitor, but now I have one competitor, so others are targeting to this keyword. And I forgot to mention volume. Volume is about how much people are searching for this keyword. Approximately 90,000 users are searching for this keyword monthly, per month, so the volume is quite high. High durability furniture keyword. It is relevant to Buyer.us case. Number of searches I couldn't identify, as well as other parameters. However, I'm going to accept this keyword for my online marketing campaign, as I'm assuming that most of the people will search using this keyword. We identified our clients. We identified our traffic building plan. Now it's time for improving our ranking in search engine. So I will introduce 3 steps for this. So in the first step, we will do some on-page optimization, which includes images with alt attribute and improved title and meta tag. In my case, I'm assuming that advertisement by Google will look like this. So I'm providing some of my assumptions. It will include some title, which is buy furniture in Tashkent, and the brand name, and it will include some description of the business. Step number 2 would be off-site optimization, where I will be busy with link building, which is also called white hat techniques. In the third step, I will do some internal link structures. So let me discuss these steps. So step number 1, I introduce it. Step number 2, off-site optimization. By getting as many reviews as possible in social networks, Buyer.us will gain higher index. How exactly? So you can see right over here some screenshot from the website alexa.com site info Buyer.us. It is indicating that the following pages, popular pages in Uzbekistan, including golden pages, Rabota.us, yellow pages, and others, are linking to Buyer.us. So it means I definitely have some friends in the global internet that are linking to Buyer.us, but this number should be increased. So many websites should link to Buyer.us so that its off-site optimization is improved, its reputation is improved. It also includes online PR. Let's pay attention to one Facebook post by Barry.Tools. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any likes or comments. That means customers are not engaged to Facebook page of this company. And in online PR, you use SMM, social media marketing, to come up with cool posts that grab attention of customers. And when customers comment your posts, customer like your posts, like your prices, like your advertisements, and in this case you will improve your online PR. It also includes online partnerships. Online partnership is when business establishes partnership with other websites, preferably mostly visited websites. Kun.uz and Gazeta.uz is the most visited websites in Uzbekistan. I just tried to Google the most visited websites in Uzbekistan, and the first link I came up was SimilarWeb. So SimilarWeb is showing me that such websites like Kunuz or maybe Dario.uz is mostly visited by users. As you can see, Kunuz.uz contains some advertisements. Let's check that. So I entered Kun.uz. In the Kun.uz, if you scroll a little bit, you can see the advertisement by Samsung, advertisement by building companies. Whoever enters this website will see these advertisements, and most probably these companies like Samsung and other building companies will have just a huge traffic. Millions of people will enter their website and they will increase their sales. Let's enter Gazeta.uz as well. At the top of the website you can see the link to Dream City, again some apartments, buildings. You can enter and you can see explanation of these apartments. I provided also the tariff, how much it costs to put your advertisement in these websites, and the example is from Gazeta.uz. They have different conditions for different sizes, different advertisement of your business. So you can enter, you can choose the tariff that is suitable for the budget of your business, and you can start to advertise your products in Gazeta.uz or other popular websites. Interactive advertising. So it's also important, and I provided right over here some of the tips provided by professional so that your advertisement try to reach more people, so more people start to enter your website and start to buy your products. So let me do the following. I will provide the explanation right over here in the left side of my laptop, and the image itself, let me open that right over here, and I will read one by one. So this is just the image that I came up by following these tips, and let's see is this advertisement that I created for Buyer.uz following these tips or not. Tip number 1, brand the first frame with a brand identity or the top of skyscrapers. So that means brand identity should be in the advertisement. So no problem. Buyer.uz, buyer, which is the company name, is indicated in my advertisement. Tip number 2, tell a story, but each frame should stand alone. Okay, persuade the clients. Persuade them they should buy this furniture, they need this furniture. So I provided some explanation. Офисные мебели от Buyer, залог вашего спокойствия. That means office furniture from Buyer, and it guarantees your convenience. So I'm trying to persuade the client. Cool, I'm following both tips. Tip number 1, tip number 2, follow it. Tip number 3, ditch click here. Instead, use an action verb such as sign up now or download our white paper. Click here. For for some ad types. So what it means is click here doesn't tell you anything. So what happens when I click here? So the idea is maybe sign up now or buy now. In my advertisement you can see Kupiti сейчас, which stands for buy now. So not just click here, but buy right now. So I'm following this tip as well. Tip number 4, use high contrast. As you can see, my font color is in black, and as a background I'm using almost white, a little bit darker version of white, and there is high contrast between black and white. So I'm following this tip as well. Tip number 5, keep it simple. Only use a few elements in ad creative. So I'm not using too much elements. What I'm using is brand name, some person's picture, explanation, and the product pictures, and the context of the business. So my advertisement is pretty simple. I'm not using complex elements. I'm not overloading my advertisement with extra stuff. Tip followed. Last tip, tip number 6. Include a human face where possible. Why they want this? When clients want to buy your items, your product, they want to know that this product is bought from others as well, so that they're not first person who are testing your product. So if they see some human face, psychologically they will think, so some person is using their product, enjoying, sitting conveniently, and maybe I will also gain the convenience if I buy this product. So as you can see, I'm including photo picture of one person sitting and relaxing, enjoying the furniture by your daughter. So this tip is also followed. So hopefully these ideas, all the steps that I provided for internet marketing, will be very useful for you, including website evaluation, finding your objective, finding your online audience, traffic building plan, and improving your ranking in search engine will be useful for you, and easily you can find some jobs as well, even right now. And some practical task I want to give to you is the following. At the end of the presentation I've provided 10 links, so I call them dead website. Maybe some of them is already working, maybe some of them is not dead, but this website is not performing very well. So you can use all the steps I provided, identify their mistakes, and you may suggest them how to improve their website. What should they do so that their website will become first in the search engine results. So choose any website you want. You may contact business owners and you may come up with your ideas to improve their SEO, and you may do your first project related to SEO. So here you can see I used a book by Chaffee, which is called Digital Marketing Strategy, Implementation and Practice. And here I provided some of the links that I used for this presentation. At the end of the lecture, I want to show how to use keyword planner, which helps you to identify what keywords to use for the SEO of the certain company. So the keyword planner is keyword everywhere. Keyword